All right, 2 o'clock. We're home. We're heating up some pizza that Tiff brought home yesterday, and I'm scheduled to DoorDash at 3:30. Just till 6 o'clock. Nothing too long, too late. Like I said, wasn't feeling it last week, so I just put myself down till 3:30 is the earliest I could start, and I don't want to go any further than 6 because then I can come home, put my orders in, and see Tiffany and or the kids before it gets too late. Oh, you need to go outside? All right, we're out here. We just did our first delivery from Chipotle, and that's the work phone. Hold on. It was a freaking butt dial, man. Jeez. Hey, stop the vlog. Stop vlogging for a butt dial. Pfft. Whatever. All right, yeah. So we just did our first delivery from Chipotle. Hella far. Nice tip. It was just barely over $1 a mile, but we fell below our 70% acceptance rate on the last go around. So I need to be less picky today. And we're also only dashing for, I think, 2.5 hours. And I realistically I need to hit 100 orders to get platinum. So we haven't been dashing nearly as much. It's going to take, it's supposed to be like in 30 days, I think. So anyway, all I'm saying is I'm going to be a little less picky tonight and just grab whatever is sent my way. Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just accept everything. Maybe we'll just do that. Social experiment. We'll accept every order we get today and see how we do. In other news, I'm listening to the Two Bears, One Cave podcast. Probably one of my favorite podcasts. One of the longest list podcasts I've listened to the most over the years. Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer. Two comedians that I personally love listening to, both on the podcast but also in stand-up, because their personalities are so different. Tom is more serious. His jokes are a little darker. Just has a really I like his sense of humor. Bert is a clown. I love. He does way more on social media. He's more outgoing. Really enjoy everything Bert does. So the two of them together are just a great combo. Tom also has a podcast with his wife, Christina P., who's also a comedian, called Your Mom's House. And that one's also equally as good because, again, I love Tom takes more of I guess he's the main guy in both of them, but Bert talks a lot, interrupts a lot, and over-talks a lot. So whereas in Your Mom's House, Tom gets to kind of be lead there with his wife. But anyway, both podcasts are fantastic. I really enjoy them. So that's what I'm listening to as we dash. Of course, I say that, and then the next order I get is $5.25 for 6.5 miles. Not even $1 a mile. Quit being cheap! God, I don't want to accept it, but I have to, because if I decline, I go down from 69 to 68. I'm going the wrong direction. I need to. Hate it. God damn. Seriously, I'm like. Ugh. This is what Tiffany has to do 4 apps because she declines so many with DoorDash that she just gets nothing but crap orders. So she'll take 1 out of 10. Like, no joke. 1 out of 10 on DoorDash because she gets nothing but the crap orders. It's all the cheap people who don't tip, and the base pay of DoorDash is shit. It's like working at a restaurant. Like, when I used to serve back in the day, I used to make $2.50 an hour. $2.50 an hour. You live off of tips. If you didn't tip me as a server, I didn't make any money that day. Like, that's no joke. That's just the culture. That is the job. That is the business, right? If a law was passed tomorrow and said, hey, we're going to pay our servers the same pay they pay the cooks or the waiting staff or the whatever, but you don't have to tip anymore. No more tips. It's illegal to tip, but you have to pay them fair wages. Then cool. All right. Now it's all the same, but that's not how it is. You're expected to tip, so therefore the employers are not required to pay you properly. Like, there's a difference in pay because the assumption is that you're going to tip. It's a tipping culture. DoorDash is the same. The base pay is garbage, because the assumption is there that the customers are going to tip. So when they don't tip, you don't make any money.
Work on this, and then you try to trim the fat. So I always overtell a story.
Sure.
So it's too long, there's too much information, and
Yep.
you work on trimming it down.
That one took me so far away. I need to get gas. I started talking to Sierra when she came home and lost track of time. So I didn't do the things I was going to do before, which one of them was getting gas. I need to get gas. So pause the dash to drive back to the nearest QT. And so I just wasted, 15 minutes. But we're at least back now in the area that I want to be in. So we'll hit go here in a second. And it's 4:30, so we still got an hour and a half. Not too bad, but I think we've only made like 19, 20 bucks in an hour. Well, 20 bucks in an hour. I guess that's not too bad. So I just finished that podcast, and now I'm listening to Your Mom's House with Christina P. and Tom Segura. And they always start the show with like TikToks that they find. They both have like very particular algorithms. Tom finds some really messed up stuff. He's always talking about his Instagram algorithms full of like deaths and all kinds of just crazy stuff. But anyway, they always find like the really crazy stuff. Of course, I'm listening to the podcast, so I can't see what they're watching, but I can hear, and I'm laughing at their reactions more than anything. And then Christina, she finds like the outliers, the weird, random, like weird stuff anyway, the point is they both are constantly they're trying to one up each other. Tom's finding the really effed up stuff, and Christina's finding like the oddball weird stuff. I want you to send me the craziest stuff that you find on the internet. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I don't think you can share. They used to have a share function inside of YouTube. They got rid of it, which I don't know why. Probably because it wasn't used enough. And YouTube/Google is really good at like, hey, no one uses this feature, we're going to remove it. Which sucks because I'm usually one of the few that do use the feature, like stories. I loved stories on YouTube. Now granted, I didn't use it for a long time, but I did start using it towards the end of its lifespan, and I wish they brought it back. It's one feature that I wish they brought back would be stories. 7 days, link your YouTube video. Like, I loved it. It gave me as much opportunity to post content on YouTube as possible. Anyway, if you find some crazy, off-the-cuff, weird, whatever it is, send it to me. Instagram, TikTok, X, just shoot me, just share it with me. My DMs are locked on X, but Instagram and Discord and TikTok, you should be able to message me, hit the share button, at Clintus, send it to me. I want to see your messed up stuff. Whatever, the crazier the better. And with this delivery, we've reached gold status again, which means we're at 70%. So, yay. I just have to accept a couple more, stay above that, and work our way to platinum. Right as I say that, the next order I get, $12.75 for 14 miles. Again! Not even $1 a mile, and it's way, way down south in Estrella. If I decline, it drops me below 69%, below 70% again. God damn it. Oh, screw it. We're punching it. We're taking it. Against my better judgment. Somebody's smoking some weed. I'll say this now. Obviously, we had our 420 video, but I love the smell of cannabis. I love the smell of marijuana. Skunky, floral, fruity, it don't matter. I love the smell of it. Don't love the taste. It still tastes burnt, but I love the smell of it. Okay, so that was a mess. First and foremost, it's a gated community. So, and it said contact the customer. Call the customer to arrange a drop-off. Okay, so I get to the gate. I look, there's no gate code. So I call the customer. Goes to voicemail. All right. I wait a second. Someone on the opposite side starts to come out. I'm like, screw it. I'm going to squeeze in there. I get to the gate. I get to the customer's house. The reception out here sucks, so the GPS isn't updating fast enough. I'm missing my turns. Anyway, I get to the house. It reminds me to call the customer, so I call the customer. No answer again. So I text him, hey, I'm here with your DoorDash. Would you let me leave it at the front door? Because it looks like there's nobody home. No response. I wait 2 minutes. Time is money. I gotta go, right? I wait 2 minutes. I text him back. I'm leaving it in the chair in your front door. Have a nice night. Complete the DoorDash and call it a day. As I'm driving away, I get a text message. I didn't order anything. And it was $12.50, $12.75 for like 16 miles. Yeah, I'm way the hell down here, south of the Estrella Mountains, like further south than PIR, the Phoenix Raceway where the NASCAR is. So I don't know if someone's pranking. Someone ordered something for someone else. She put an order in. I don't know. And as a DoorDasher, I don't care. If it, if it would have been canceled, I mean, somebody paid for it. Somebody paid for it. So I don't know. I got paid. Someone ordered it. So I don't know. But yeah, like, it's just one of those things where it's like, man, I'm trying to keep I got to get my acceptance rate up. So I've got to suck it up, and I've just got to take a bunch of crap orders to get back to a place where I have wiggle room. Because that's what I need. I need wiggle room. I don't know if it was the last DoorDash or 2 DoorDashes ago where I declined like 4 or 5 in a row, and I just tanked my acceptance rate. So realistically, I need to get that up to probably close to an 80%. Then I have a good solid 10 order wiggle room. And that's what I need to do. It just means I have to take a bunch of crap orders. But it just sucks that when I get an order like this, it took me so far out of the way that I'm probably going to drive this 16 miles back and not get a single order. I mean, there's a little shopping center down here in the Estrella Mountains. But I don't know. We'll see. And then on top of that, it said my DoorDash was over. And I'm like, I thought I was going till 6. I'm confused. Thankfully, I can dash now. So I just turned it right back on for another hour. So now we're going until 6:30. So it's 5:30 now. We're going to 6:30. Again, that's the problem with taking the shit orders. They're shit orders because you're making less money per mile, which means less money per hour. That's why that $2 a mile thing really, really comes into play, because it's like, that's where the money starts really hitting that level of like you're making decent money. Otherwise, $1 a mile or less is okay if it's only 2, 3, 4 miles, because then you're just like quick, turn and burn. I don't mind those. So we got $12.50 for 9.3 miles for one item at Walgreens. One item? Oh, it's alcohol. It must be 21 plus. All right. Bet. Need to scan and check the recipient's ID. No problem. There we go. I guess we're staying in Estrella. Time to murder my thirst. That is good water. The last time I talked about Liquid Death, a bunch of you left comments about all these other flavors. I've seen a green can, which I assume is lime, but then someone said there's a red can, a gold can, or a yellow can, and I know the black can is sparkling, which I normally would get if it was flavored. I like flavored sparkling water. I don't necessarily like just sparkling water, or sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon or lime or something like that, but just the regular mountain water is delicious, refreshing. But I've yet to be somewhere when I'm looking for water and found, the flavored ones. So I haven't tried them yet, but I will. Next time, like I said, I'm looking for water and I see one, but I just haven't seen any like singles that I can grab. I've seen a case of the green ones, but I haven't seen any singles, so I'm still on the lookout. All right. Well, got home and put in orders, and then caught up with Tiffany briefly. Showered, put some more orders in, played a little Magic the Gathering Arena, and actually won a couple matches with 2 decks that I really like. One that I'm tweaking and trying to build, the other one that just one of my favorite decks. Long game. Played the long game and I won. I'm so stoked. I was like, oh, like that. Those are those games you wish you could see their faces, like you're playing and you're just like, suck it, because he thought he had me, and I was just like, biding my time. Anyway, putting the last order in right now that just came through, and I'm going to end the night on my phone in bed. So I will see you tomorrow for Bryce's birthday.